VigilanteWilliamson here with a quick video on something you probably already heard about, which is Bradley Beal has been traded from the Washington Wizards to the Phoenix Suns for an aging Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and some second-round picks. It seems like a lopsided trade because it is, unless you just, think that the Wizards are going through yet another rebuilding phase. They want to get all the money because I think Bradley Beal has a $250 million contract. So I can understand that. Maybe they're prepping for the new CBA, which the Suns are not. I don't know how that's going to work rotation-wise. Maybe they're going to do a 2-3-4 as far as KD at the 4, either Bradley Beal or Devin Booker at the 2 or 3, respectively, whichever way. Or maybe they'll have 1, 2, 3, one of them at the point, because they got rid of Chris Paul. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Suns. I don't really think this matters, though. I don't see them competing for a title or winning a title, I should say. They're going to compete for one. But I just don't think this is going to fit. It's just going to be 3 guys jacking up shots. Kind of feel like the past few years have showed us why we didn't do the super team much beforehand, because it has some inherent issues. We have injury issues that happened with one of the later Golden State KD teams. They obviously lost in 2019 to the Raptors, because when one guy goes down, granted, in basketball, one guy going down can change the team dynamic altogether. But look at the Heat this year. They were able to lose players and still have players step up because they have a more team-oriented build and they have a more cohesive team and a more depth-ridden team, where if one of those 3 guys go down, and KD has had his share of injuries in recent years, now it's just, 2 guys, and so many of your resources have been depleted for getting all of those guys that you have. We saw that also with the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, Kyrie had political issues, I guess we'll call it, and then Harden had his usual injuries because of his conditioning, and that led to KD sometimes being alone despite this being a super team. So on top of that, if you talk about this is just super teams in general, some of the issues with it. No, I'm not just rooting against them because, I don't want the Suns to win. Hey, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Because sports are rigged anyway. Another issue these super teams having, especially this team with no point really, is distribution of the ball and making sure everybody can get their shots up and still work with each other. It did work those 2 years for Golden State. Obviously, their system was built on a little bit more ball movement. I don't know how it's going to work, especially with a new coach in Frank Vogel. He's out of the frying pan into the fire. He just got fired a couple years ago or last year from the Lakers after winning them a championship. And now he's in a championship or bust situation with these 3 players. And I don't really think they fit well. So I don't actually think this trade is going to mean as much as it seems like. It's very shocking. It's very wow, eye-catching news, but I don't think it matters. I don't think the Suns are going to win a title. I think they're one injury away from, ruin. I don't know how they're going to get the depth. I know the CBA is coming up, and so that's going to change the cap situation. And from the Wizards standpoint, it really doesn't seem like they got the most they could have from Beal. They absolutely could have shopped them around and tried to get more in return for whatever rebuild they're going through. But they did get out of the money, so there's that. But what do you think about this trade? Do you disagree with me? Are the Suns the favorite to win it all now? And how does this affect LeBron's legacy? How does this affect KD's legacy? How does it affect in everyone's legacy? If this team were to win, would you think, oh yeah, great, they're champions, or would you say, man, Kevin Durant has had a lot of talented teammates? So you tell me what you think. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. Talk to you guys later. Peace.